All right, we're taking apart the board. Getting everything out. We're going to stack in all our modules. We're going to cut it down. We're going to make it a much smaller board so it could be used for a front end for a DAW. Okay, that's how much we're going to lose. And that's how big it's going to be. 24 by 12. Okay, here it is. Everything has been removed. And what we did today is we drilled out all the rivets, cut it down, and moved it over because the holes are not spaced evenly for the master section. The master section goes in there, and if you can look good enough, you can see that the holes are not consistently spaced. So we had to take that rail off and move it all the way down there to get it to be a 24 channel board. Okay, here's where I started to cut it. This was actually in there and it was riveted in like that. So these, I pulled this out. I pulled the top panel. It's a sandwich. It's a heavy top plate and a little lighter bottom plate. They're sandwiched together with this frame. So I cut the top off so I wouldn't ruin this piece. And I'm going to wind up putting it in on a more severe angle, or less of a severe angle. So just so if you wanted to know what AMR, the frames look like, that's what they look like. Okay, I'm reinstalling the brace that goes in between. I'm using it as a template. As you can see, I got a screw there in one hole and a screw there in the other hole, and then I drilled all these holes through. Now I have to fish it in between the two plates and start riveting it. Okay, here we are cut. And I have to now reconstruct this side, put in the bracing, get it all copacetic, and then start assembling it. Okay, here's the completed tub. It's been shortened. I have one more step to put in, the separator between the fader and the channels. That piece has got to go in across here. Then we'll be ready to start loading it. Okay, with the exception of the armrest installed, which I have to cut down and repair, the whole chassis now is complete. I have to get ready to lay in the wiring and then start dumping the modules in. All right, we're test fitting the fader banks here. We got the spacing right, so nice snug fit. And we're installing a bracket right behind here from this panel here to the base to keep it from wiggling in and out. Okay, this is the bracket that I put in, riveted to both sides. And that's to keep this stabilized. I noticed the original console, the whole armrest would move in and out. So that's going to prevent that from happening. Okay, we're starting to install the wiring looms. Got the master distribution panel in. And that'll be next, mounting this guy over there. And then figuring out the rear mess. It's a little bit on the long side, so I don't know how I'm going to rectify that problem. Okay, we're starting to load the board. It's going to take a while. I'm having to shorten the looms and the wiring, the black wiring going across the back, because it's way too long now and I don't have room to stuff it anywhere. So it's going to be a slow, tedious process, and I'll take little videos as I'm going along. All right, we've got 8 channels in. Like I said, it's a slow process. All right, we got all the inputs and the effect sends in that we're going to put in. 24, 4, and the master. And it is on right now. As you can see, you got MIDI, it's reading 0. And everything is soloed. No signal going in, but you get the idea. And tomorrow or the next day, we're going to fill in the 12 over here. All right, we have 4 monitor channels left to go. And then we start shortening the meter bridge. That's going to be a little bit of a headache. All right, we're getting ready to close up the fader section. I just wanted to show you that I did not cut 13 through 24, the direct outs that went through to the channels that I subtracted off this board, in case somebody wants to wire them, make jacks on the back, and have direct outs from 13 through 24, so they're bundled there. Okay, it's finished. This is a 2400 cut down and made to a 800 plus, I don't know. It's 24 now, 24 inputs, line ins, and 12 subgroups, which they never made a 12. Next is the meter bridge. Okay, we're dismantling the meter bridge. So I got the back off, and we're going to pull out the individual boards and start measuring it to fit on the console. Okay, I've got the front panel cut to size, and I bolted back on the retainer piece for the plastic nameplate with the meters markings, and I'm gonna mark them so I can cut them. But first I'm gonna install the actual faceplate and see where that's got to get marked too. Okay, we got the faceplate cut. We got subgroup up to 12. Left and right meters. A seam that I'm going to fill in. And 24 channels, input channels. Ends right there. Now I just got to cut the end pieces and mount the plastic in. Okay, I've cut down the meter bridge. And I'm making different mounting system for it. It's still going to have the piano hinge, but I devised these brackets. That bracket, end bracket, a center bracket, and let's go over there. And the other end bracket. And that's to give the meter bridge some stability. The original did not. It would flop all over and scratch the surface of the board. The locks here, as you could see right there. That locking system would clip in there in a few of these tracks, and it would scratch the shit out of it. Plus it would jump out, especially when trying to move it. So we're going to devise a little bit different system, and then we're going to go in through the side with a bolt here to keep it from flipping. Okay, mechanically it's done. I just have to test it, retest it, make sure everything is working on it. But this is what it looks like, 24 by 12. The next video I'll be running signal through it, testing it.